ஸோ சந்திர கிரகணம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து இட் இஸ் த moon and the sun, and so the eclipse, so the solar and the lunar eclipse, Surya Grahanam and the Chandra Grahanam. So it's considered as dosham in Tamil. So the temples are closed at the time of the eclipse, because even the water, if we drink, turns into the venom of the snake. So it is a snake which swallows the moon and the sun. So I'm just watching about the moon, and it's a nice eclipse, nice melodical eclipse. So coming along the path of the road, and so here the moon is about the normal shape and size, and so there is a shadow surrounding, and so when I came back along the path, it was like a big moon and a blood moon, and was a very nice experience walking with the moon. So in a path, in a highway, you can even touch the moon and feel it. So it's a kind of and so about the eclipse, so the darbai pull, so this kind of grass, darba grass, is being put on the water and the food items, and people eat before the grahana occurs, and takes a bath after a grahana, and then eats after the grahana. No food or water should be consumed in the time of the grahana, because it is a kind of poison to our body. So and so it's all about the shadow and the ascending and the descending node. So we were talking about the Pluto, Neptune, Uranus. So we were talking about the Sun, the Mercury, the Mars, and the Earth, the Venus, and the Jupiter, and so we have still have this Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. What about Pluto? In a space, like in a spacecraft, we are just moving along with the Pluto. So it's a nice kind of like excavation and exhibiting Pluto, so that we know more about the Earth. So Pluto is about the oldest form of a blackish one. So Earth is a new model of living, and the Pluto is the oldest form, so that we know the most about the core. And so today the blood moon is like splitted in here. So the moon is not bloody, it's about the yellowish moon surrounded by the blood halo. And so it's the last of the decade, that is the 2000s, and so we'll see the next one in 2021, or yeah. So and then what else, it's like the Pluto. So the Plutonic river, the blood, the black blood, and the next is the Neptune. So Neptune is still under the research. So but on my own experience, I found a lot about Neptune, and a lot on the blue of the Neptune. And next, the Uranus is the first one to be excavated and first one to be found. So it is considered as the mother. So Mother Uranus. In the Greek mythology and the Roman mythology, next comes our Saturn. So a lot about the Saturn. So the very beautiful experience with Saturn, and it's water and the kind. So don't know swimming. So you are a child, you don't know swimming. So it's very easy to live in Saturn, and a beautiful water pond. You don't have water, you are in a metro city. So you don't have food, so it's all easy in Saturn. So the most of the planet which I love is the Saturn, and very beautiful experiences with the Saturn, and I love to be there always. So if you don't have air, you don't have oxygen in Saturn, you can have nitrogen instead of oxygen. So that's one kind of replacement of nitrogen in all petrol bunks. So oxygen is becoming more costlier, and so a lot about our Saturn, and it's a beautiful bliss in the world. So you're living in Paris or in Greece. Whatever beautiful things in the world is Saturn. So in the space is also Saturn. So what do you think about the peacock shaped? So the peacock throne of the moon. So it is the blackish middle piece, centerpiece. It sometimes appears as a chromosomal X, and sometimes it is in the here it is in the Pluto. It is in the shape of the peacock, and sometimes it has a different shape, like human standing by. So it's been a lot of so I have some nice imitation, so a nice masterpiece. Yeah, in one of my professor's house. So it's about the imitating the Pluto, about the lady standing by. So the assumption of Pluto in the Greek mythology and the old Roman literature, it's like about the Plutonic river, and about the story of nature, Mother Nature, and her daughter Persephone, where Pluto kidnaps her to the underworld, and she ate 4 pomegranate seeds to become the queen of the Pluto. Slowly saying about the story of Pluto, it's like so when Persephone enters the so when I read it, it was like full of in a dream state. So I'll say it as a story. When Persephone entered, Pluto kidnapped her from the earth. So such a beautiful girl. So Pluto kidnapped her to the underworld. To the dark world, he just took her under, and from the earth to the underworld, where the earth closes and gives way to the underworld. And when she goes to the boat, when she rows down, so there were hell. It was hell. So the underworld is called as a hell, and I don't know which is heaven. So earth might be heaven, or the Venus might be heaven. So this underworld, so there were lot of punishments in the hell given. So one was like the grapes were hanging, and a man, hungry man, was put in a drum of water, and the grapes were getting nearer and farther, so that the man could not eat. So he realizes how much the food is very important in such situations, and lot of punishments were given. And Persephone refused to marry Pluto and be in the underworld. So why such? Because earth is very beautiful, Greece is very beautiful. So and so the story of the seasons, it was like Mother Earth, she just made uh, uh, drought and a lot of um, curses on the earth, so that nothing blooms in and nothing grows for the food of the people. So everyone pleaded Pluto to release Persephone, and such of the season stories. And one more about there was one about movie about um, this girl. So it was there was one small girl. It was a Dutch movie or a Korean movie. So it's a Spanish movie. It was like so this Mars person, this goat person was like um, uh, in the underworld, in the underground, and was influencing the girl to get the key. And she went into another eyeless person. He was a um, uh, children eating person. He was killing children for his food. It was like a very nice Spanish movie. So I just watched it in Spanish itself, and a long time remembering Spain. And so then so kind of a Jewish language. And so then she went into, and she had a chalk piece to draw on. And then this eyeless person suddenly has the eye in his hand and keeps it in the eyes. And then she takes the one of the keys and then returns safely. And her mother goes um, unwell. Her mother was pregnant, and the mandrake roots, she took the mandrake roots and kept under her mother to save the baby. And uh, her father did not believe the superstition. And it was a kind of a Russian revolt. And it was a very nice movie. And finally this girl was dead in the Pluto. So it was like the set was entirely the Plutonic river and the Plutonic space, but Mr. Mars, this goat person, was there. So this is one of the nice kind of space movie, I could say. And I guess it has a nice awards for it. And the lot of space movies and things. So even Mechanas Gold is also one of the space